Yeah, let's bring Rizal Junior Utto, and he will be presenting Borneo rice wine and the new era of cocktails drinking. Uh,
Hi
Persilakan.
everyone, I'm the last one. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I didn't get to join for the first speakers due to my restaurant is yeah, quite quite fully booked today. So yes, let's straight to the point. Good day everyone. My name is Rizal Junior, and I'm very honored to be given the opportunity to share the topic that I'm passionate about: drinks, hence Borneo rice wine and cocktails. Just a little bit of introduction of myself. I've been in the restaurant and bar industry for 19 years now, specializing in mixologies mainly and bar management. So just a straightforward. So yeah, today I'm going to cover mostly about the opportunity. I'm not going to talk about how Borneo rice wine make, how it made, and I believe that you know the the topic has been covered before, and yeah, today I'm going to cover mostly about the opportunity and uh, mostly opportunity and the future of Borneo rice wine and new era of cocktail drinking in Sabah, especially in our beloved city of Kota Kinabalu. So when talking about Borneo rice wine, you know, to me, Borneo rice wine is like, more spiritual drinks, at least in Sabah. It is essential uh, in our, in all types of ceremonies such as like birth, date, the harvest festivals, wedding, house buildings, settling feuds, honoring guests, etc. You know, all these events that we actually presented them with our rice wine, such as, tapai is in general, can be lihing, can be montoku, can be, bahar, can be anything. So how can we increase the visibility that can lead to the export and to be more commercialized for our Borneo rice wine? I have a few points here. I'm taking inspiration from mainly from Japan, the sake, maybe all the spirit like whiskey, like vodka, like all the spirits like globally available. So which is this is something that we can learn from them and bring back to our native land and start to innovate. For example, like single origin plant, single origin paddy field. You know, rice is a staple for Borneo people. We eat rice almost every day. So one thing we don't focus on is like, planting a single origin just, for the purpose of making, of fermenting or distilling rice wine. So this is something that, I believe that in Borneo that no one, focus on this single origin plant like how they did in Japan for sake, or how they did in Scotland or in any Western country. That's how they make whiskey, like single malt came from a single origin grain, the grain that come from the single place, then bring straight away to the mills and produce their spirit. So this is something that I think is a big opportunity, that something that we can, really look into it. We can focus on planting a single origin or single paddy field just specifically for Borneo rice wine. And secondly is the water quality. As I believe that, as we all know, that our water quality here is not, it's not bad, but it's not that suitable if you really want to make a world-class spirits or world-class fermented drinks. If you want to make it more more global, or you want to give an impact, or you want to do like export, for example. So this is something that water is very, very important to produce alcohol. So what we can do is maybe by proper irrigation systems, or maybe we can, you know, we can create a paddy field where the source of water clean and filtered, and there is someone maybe can advise us, all the people that know about water, how to make how to make sure that the water is filtered and is clean, and it's good to make Borneo rice wine. Also, another thing is the better equipment. So basically, most of people, they produce Borneo rice wine such as Lihing, they make just for the local market. For the local market, and maybe for just friends and family, maybe just for the family, just for fun, when people visiting their house, or maybe their son went abroad, the kids went abroad and came back, and they serve tapai or Borneo rice wine to to show appreciation, so respect. So by having a better equipment, like a better fermentation system, I would like to always refer back to Japan, like sake, exactly like sake. How they develop over the years, over 100 years, how they develop the fermentation skills and fermentation equipment, and also move on the distillations. So equipment is actually is essential and to quality Borneo rice wine. So this is something that I believe that whoever entrepreneur, whoever wish to create a bigger impact and wishing to do to make Borneo rice wine as a global export. So this is the point that I think, and then I believe that we have to look into it. So better method of fermentation, of course, the method is very important. A better control the temperature, the place where you put fermentation room, the area probably is not too hot. Maybe a little, high in the island. Maybe Tambunan or Keningau would be a great place if you want to set up a plant or make a big equipment. So also Borneo rice wine has a possibility of aging. Not a possibility, but it's doable with all this equipment. If you have a full equipment, we actually can age. We can do aging system like how they did for sherry in Spain. They're doing a Solera system aging system, whereby after fermentations and they put in the oak barrel and they do the Solera systems to make more fine sherry made from the wines. And of course, without the support on a big investor, because I believe that this is not that it's not a cheap cost for us to do it, but it's doable. So investor or government support with all the licensings to allow us to brew, to do a brewery, to do a fermentation plant and everything. So this is the point that it's quite a short point, but I think this is the beginning, that if we really want to look into it, to make the Borneo rice wine to be known, which I believe that a lot of people already known that. Okay, we have Lihing, we have Tuak in Sarawak. It's quite quite visible, but the quality of all the wine or the Lihings or all the tuak is not up to export market. You know why I say it's not up to export market yet? Because it's quite hard for you to ship a bottle of Lihing to UK, for example, but it's doable. Why I say it's not hard? Because the packaging, the way we do the packaging is it's not up to the standard of how we can bring on plan or how we can put on the ship and etc. etc. So yes, I believe that Borneo rice wine can be as finest as you know, Gekekan sake. I believe that. I always believe that. So this is that something that me personally slowly trying to, you know, put all the note and trying to do a R&D on how we can make Borneo rice wine exportable. So yes, there is a few brand actually in Malaysia or in Sabah actually started to make what they call a craft rice wine. Few brand like Lihing, Kasarahan Lihing or Lihing Man or all this stuff. But you know, I think it's a good start to see like so many brands that trying to like go into the market, in the local market. But I still believe that this is something that we can do even more by starting all the single origin, water quality, better equipment, of course, better professionals to handle that one, all the, you know, agriculture expert, because we need to look at the soil of how we're gonna plant all this, you know, paddy field, and you know, to make it like, you know, is especially for Borneo rice wine. So yes, so other than that, about the cocktails, you know, Sabah cocktail drinking is almost non-existent. Me myself, I came from a bartender industry, so I'm a bartender myself. I'm a professional bartender, so this is something that I seen. There's a lot of opportunity to to make cocktails in Sabah, considering that we have a lot of fruits, we have a lot of good fruits, we have a lot of local wines, we have a lot of local spirits that we can transform it and we can evolve, we can make it into cocktails to make sure that it's palatable. So there is a lot of fruits, especially there's a lot of herbs that, you know, you can get anywhere else, such as taraps or, you know, all the seasons fruit and all the seasons herbs that we have in Sabah that never been used in cocktails, especially in KK. So this is something that, you know, that's why after 19 years abroad that I decided to come back to hometown to drop everything, my corporate job, to work in the hotels and to drop everything in KL, then to bring back and to give back in KK, especially in Sabah, that how to, you know, educate and to make people understand that, you know, cocktails is part of our industry as well. So we want to be like similar, to be like KL, to be like Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and of course maybe in future to be recognized one of the city that you can drink a good craft cocktail, a better spirits, and a better experience for everyone. So yeah, that's why I came back. Then I just new in KK after 19 years in KL and traveling for my competition for World Championship. So it's my 6th month here. Then I already seen the opportunity. I have a bar actually. If you can see in my photo, I have a bar, a cocktail bar and restaurant called Flips. in Lorong Dewan in the heart of KK Town. So we are only four months old, still a baby, and we already get a lot of good feedback for everyone in town about our drinks and how passionate and how focused and how serious are we with our cocktail. So that's all from my side. So if you have any question you want to ask me about Borneo rice wine, I'm not making any brand of myself of any rice wine at the moment, but yes, I would love to be, anyone maybe advice on how we can move forwards. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Junior. That was fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ken?
Okay, wow. We have such a broad variety of speakers. We covered so much. The thing is, it's so long that some people have started leaving, but don't worry, we have a lot of followers on Facebook. But we wanted to cram everything, and it's so good. Richard is so ambitious, but it's better than not done, because this video is going to be uploaded on YouTube and Facebook. Is going to be watched for a long time. So thank you very much, Junior. I'd love to visit your bar when we're back in KK.
Please.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
And also we promote your bar as well. This is what it's all about. But before we go to a Q&A, I'll just like to invite